I'm Sandeep Kulkarni from Dynamic Foundry Group. Welcome you all to this webinar. Today's topic is Journey of Successful Dynamic Foundryman. And today we have three successful Dynamic Foundrymen with us. Bhushan Bhatt, then Ruma Kinariwala Rao, and Rudroma Chatterjee. So we are going to learn from them how they have successfully overcome the challenges in the foundry and their journey from zero to successful countryman from themselves. And for that, we are going to have this panel discussion today or webinar today. So without taking much time, I am handing over the platform to these three panelists. First of all, Bhushan Bhatt will start with his journey, then Mr. Rudrama Chatterjee, and last is Ruma Kinariwala Rao. So hand over to them. Bhushan, can you start your?
Yeah, sure. My voice is audible, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so I will just share my screen.
sure.
Okay, you can see my screen now.
Yes, very much.
Great. So thank you very much, all of you, for your time and Dynamic Foundry Group, Mr. Sandeep and Mr. Harishankar for supporting us and throughout this webinar. This is very, let's say, many technical sessions we have been doing, but I would say this is one of the non-technical session on this platform. So I really thank Sandeep ji for inviting for this kind of non-technical sessions and where we can learn from all of us through each other. So this journey, what I'm going to share about myself today, has support from all foundrymen around. Otherwise, this journey could have been not achieved. So this is not a journey of myself alone, but of course with the help of lots of support across the all foundry men, who most of are they're also here. So I'm thankful to all of them and Mr. Sandeep specifically for giving this platform. I would like to share today about my journey. The word successful has a many definition, but I consider myself as a successful if I see and look back my journey of over the 10 years plus and more than that, I consider myself successful. So I think that's why probably we have been also invited here and share our journey so many can also get encouraged, and that is what positivity we all need right now to overcome the negativity we have somewhere in surrounding us. So I would share my small introduction. My name is Bhushan Bhatt. I'm a founder and a first generation entrepreneur where I've started auto design online company. Uh, well, before this journey begin, my native place is in Bhavnagar in Gujarat. Currently, I am in Vadodara, and since last almost 10 years or 9 years, I'm in Vadodara. I have studied BE Mechanical Engineering from Pune University, and this is, I would say, first turnaround in my life, what I can consider this way, where I have been challenged in a way to go to the new place and new environment and new language and many things. Like most of us has this turning point through our engineering and or any study. That's same for me. But one thing was I was able to recall very nicely in this journey here, that when I was in bachelor, I have made my mind just through one little cheat in the newspaper, and that was very, I would say, it was inviting second turnaround of my life, and that was where I read about that. Because in most of our engineering studies there are so many theories, there are so many innovations and so many things we learn during our journey which belongs to Germany. So I think in many way, when we are doing engineering, we all are fascinated about automotives and automobiles and cars, and there we know where are the countries who are more innovative and so many stuff they are designing and so on and so forth. And that's where that was Germany a special, so to say, click in mind. And then I came across a cheat which says that Germany has a free education, and I can't take as a seriously, reading it in the newspaper. And I said it's can't possible, because I was already paying money for my bachelor as well. So why somebody invites foreigners or students from outside and still they don't need to pay? So I wonder about that, and then I started doing thinking about that, and I checked some of the website. I contact some of the agencies, and then I come to know more and more about that. So that is where second turnaround of my life was inviting me, and I grabbed this opportunity. Rather, I would say, first of all, I commit to myself, because in that time nobody was talking about Germany. All my classmates or in my engineering or even other branches, everybody was talking about US, Canada, Australia. These are the only few country names I was hearing day in and day out, specifically when you are in your third or final year. And that's where I then came into contact with Max Muller Bavard and of course the German websites and everything, and I realized that no, it's really free. It's not just fake news on the newspaper, which we come across every day now and then. And then I commit myself. With my engineering studied, I completed the 3 level of German language. So by the time I was completed my BE, I already had a level 1, which is also B1, is already completed in my German language. So I was quite confident that yes, I can do it. And that's where after bachelor, I got opportunity to work with Bosch in Jalgaon. And during my job, when I started, I got a call from master in automotive engineering from Fachhochschule Ingolstadt. Now that was like आगे खाई पीछे कुआं जैसी situation हम बोलते हैं, but it was in good way. So the term and condition for this college was like I have to go personally there. I have to face an interview, and in that interview, if I go through that and like make it, then I will be get admission for this course. Now that's challenge, when you have a bachelor completed, you have a job with Bosch, and then you have this not sure whether you should do it or not. But then, as I said, the commitment or the background what I have prepared was not allowing me to leave this chance. I took it chance. I went over there for interview. I got selected for this course, and then I again come back to India and then apply for student visa and join for this course. So this is our journey. These are major two turnaround which has shaped my long-term journey in the right direction, I would say. So that's where I am considering this as a major two turnaround before I landed to the entrepreneurship and so on and so forth. So I have worked with many Europe and international companies with like Magna Powertrain, Bosch, Tube, Forbiger. After my master, I worked with Magna Powertrain, which is a global center in St. Valentine in Steyr in Austria. They were there. I worked with all the simulation software, like high-end simulation software with automotive designs, ANSA, Hypermesh, Nastran, Abacus. These are all high-end simulation software which are using automotive design even today. So these are where I first got hands-on with real industry, real industry experience, like how they design the parts, how it works, what are the expectations, what are the cycle, the life cycle expectation of that, how they design the components. That's where I came and make into that way. Fortunately, I complete my study without paying fees, which is unbelievable for many even today. And above that, I got scholarship as well in Germany for my study, where there was no fees. That's just, it cannot be described how better life you can give you an opportunity, I would say. So I'm quite lucky in that sense, I would say. That my parents have not invested in my education directly, and rather I was able to do it on my own. That's a proud moment for me. With 10 plus years of experience now, foundry and tier supplies, now I have expertise in design, simulation, ERP, quality management system, industry 4.0, and metrology solutions. So this is the overall background what like life taught me in last 35 years so far in this journey. But let's just go a little bit back and understand. I'm also part of IIF Institute, where I have got all the supports from my Vadodara chapter. Mr. R.C. Kothar is always there, and many seniors supporting always there. In this journey, I have also get support from many other foundrymen as well. Otherwise, this journey could have been not possible. But let's say when I was working in Europe, and the question was like, I have a contract with my company, which was ending in 2009. And the plan was like, I will come back to India and I will work with the same company in Pune. But life is always about uncertainty, and that is, I would say, good as well. And 2009 is also a year where probably you could recall the recession. This was probably before Corona and COVID. The last time you will challenge probably in your somewhere journey could be this time as well. For me, it's true. So recession was the time where I landed in India, and eventually I should have joined this company. And because of recession, that has not taken place. And I ended up in a situation where I have now not job in India after coming back. And I initially look for job. I got few options. I got selected in some of the companies and so on and so forth. But I really think of myself like what I have experienced, and should I go to the level down and compromise or not? That was a question. And then I refused it. That sorry, I will not join the job. Rather, I choose a path of become entrepreneurship, and I try to utilize whatever knowledge and whatever experience I had. So I have not read this at that time. What Richard is saying here, Richard is of course from Virgin Group. Probably you many know them. He says in times of recession, there are massive opportunities and fortunes to be made. So for new up and coming entrepreneurs, this is the time to go and start a business. Now, unfortunately, fortunately, I have not read that at that time, but it was true for my life. Whatever is written here was true for my life and my journey. That's where I started my enterprise in the name of Auto Design Online in 2009 at the age of 25 years. When I was at 25 years, when I started this, zero dependencies on loan for starting any business. So I was just surviving and lying on my confidence of my investment and my own savings I had during my Europe experience. So no experience in leadership and entrepreneurship at that time, of course. So first time we were being trusted by an international group to launch their casting simulation software in India way back in 9-10 somewhere. And also we have been assigned to develop the design and networkship across India for the same. And we took this as a challenge. As I said, I was just 25, 26 year old by that time, and they trusted us. And that itself is a lots of, responsibility we feel on us. And we were quite successful on that. What we come across the experience now, now somebody has trusted you, give you an opportunity to go in that direction. And the next was how you build up your trust, because now you have something in your portfolio, you have some experience in simulation design, but the market, the foundry, the area where we need to go and build up our trust. Now that's not just because of product somebody will trust you. To build up a trust, there is also a journey. You have to go through that. So in that journey, first was knowledge. Yes, the knowledge was important to explain, to understand, and to make them realize that how and what way this is useful for them. And that's even challenging in 2009. And that is even challenging in 2019. So for sure, that is not something change over in last 10 years. It's still challenge. I must say this. That was a knowledge where you need to use. And for this knowledge, we got immense support from many foundry men. But I would like to highlight particularly 2-3 people with whom we have worked very closely. And I personally has learned lots of foundry concept from him. One of them is definitely Mr. Jayant Patankar. Probably many senior here know his name. I consider him as a dark hero in foundry somewhere. He's not that outspoken, not limelight, but I consider him as one of the knowledgeable person. I have personally learned from him lots of things. He has worked with, of course, MPM India Group as well for many years, and even now, I believe. Then the next was you have to prove it that it works. So whatever we say, whatever we believe, that needs to be proved. So that's where we have been challenged. And it's not just knowledge, because I say the simulation technology work does not mean everybody will believe me. And that has happened. When we go to the company, they said that's fine, but software, what is for it? We are already doing this on the shop floor. Why software? These questions was very much everywhere. So that's where you need to prove it, not just by word but by work. So that's where we take up their parts, we do the case study, we prove them that okay, this is an area where you will get this problem, whether it's a shrinkage or solidification or entrapment, and still they will say okay, we will take a try and check it. Absolutely fine. We say go ahead, try it, and then they start believing it. That okay, there is something software technology and there is something reason behind that, how it works. But again, that's a journey. Again, as I said, to build up trust, commitment. Yes, that's very important, that you have a full commitment to that. That commitment is required to trust, and that's what we have over the 10 years now still associated with. This way we are supporting our customers, our OEMs, and even learning through that journey. That's commitment for us as well as from our customers, and so on and so forth, and many more things. So it's not just one or two things, these are all things are taking place as well. So again, as I said, this journey to get this hands experience, we took help from many consultants. Like I said, Mr. Patankar, Mr. R.C. Kothari is senior, Mr. Padmanabham, who is expert in aluminum area. So we have been working with them since last 10 years plus and still working with them. So again, those are in experience, and all of them are at least senior citizen. And on the other side, we were in 25s, now 30s, but still that bonding is there, and still I call anytime and say, I want to learn this, I want to understand from this. They are always open their doors for us. Everything what you need, whether it's some material, that's what why I'm highlighting this point is that if you are a youngster and in this area, don't shy to ask question to your seniors, and this kind of foundry encyclopedia knowledge they have. Open the door for them. They are always there for you. So take help from them. It's always good. Now, experience finds the further way expand. Now that's what happened, because now we have built up trust, our commitment, and now somebody knows that, okay, this company is this grows. They will start trusting, and they were expecting as well that, okay, you have been doing good in this area, we have problem in this area. Could you provide some suggestions? Is this how we can improve? That's where it gives us. And by visiting so many foundries, I mean, I remember I started visiting foundry where I was using auto rickshaw, tuk-tuk in 2009-10. I remember even cases where I was using even public transport bus, be it Pune, be it Rajkot, be it Kolkata, be it Tamil Nadu. So that's perfectly fine. That's how your journey starts. So if your expectation is that I start a business and car should be outside, that's where problem starts, right? So that's where you should have your goals step by step. Everything is achievable, but not in overnight, not over the just 1 year. It's a journey. Okay. So that's where we ended up and say, okay, next more what? And that's not we, but as we visited foundry, we can see lots and areas where we are saying foundries are struggling. That gives me as a hint, as an entrepreneur, what could be the next we could also take upon. We could expand our team, we could expand our business. That's how we bring up more and more areas, but strong basis must to enter or expand, basis must. Before that, expanding makes no sense. So we enter into the foundry digitalization. We have been partnership with the Europe-based companies for quality management system and metrology solutions. We have expanded in last 10 years. So just again in 10 years, we have still no loan from any bank, even today. That is also one way of our style of working. Maybe it's true or wrong, I don't know, but that's our style of working. We have developed, and we have trusting in this journey in that way. Learning through Empretech is a new way of thinking. I mean, last 1.5 year, I have been associated with Empretech, very primer I have taken, and it's amazing way of thinking how entrepreneurship skill you can develop and find out your ikigai, your Jory windows, and so much discussions that generally we are only talking about business, profit, loss, and going out of this window and deep dive into your own entrepreneurship skill somewhere. It's a very useful tool which Empretech has provided, and I'm very thankful to them as well in this journey, which is the next level to us, pushing to the next level, and we will achieve that next level through this journey. But let's just summarize some of the challenges which I have gone through while putting my first leg into this foundry domain and over the 10 years. Yes, don't trust easily youngster, nor give them responsibility at the first place. Now, this is, I think, not limited to foundry. I think it's in every area. Probably it's little bit in our culture as well, that we said, हम बच्चों को ही बोलते हैं, अभी छोटा है, तो बड़ा होगा फिर तेरे को बताएंगे. क्यों? हम हमारे बच्चे को भी बोलते हैं ना कि अभी बहुत छोटा है, बाद में तेरे को समझाएंगे, अभी बहुत छोटा है ये काम करने के लिए. This is a one way we are depriving them, we are limiting them, and their mindset that you cannot do until unless you grow or you reach to this age. That's we need to change narrative. Okay, so throw them rather youngster any responsibility, whether they fail, whether they pass, success, that's after that. Without giving them responsibilities, if we judge youngster whether they will fail or pass, it's not fair. You first give them responsibility and then decide whether they how good or bad, pass or fail. I would say that was a challenge for me too, because I was ready to take responsibilities, but initially there was not enough chances that were given to even give responsibility, which is even free of cost. I mean, you go free of cost to the customer, you say, I will take your part, we'll work upon that. But even at that stage, they were hesitating, considering as a youngster. I mean, that was little bit not right. Not right Someone can give up, in that environment someone can give up. I haven't, but someone. So I would say as a fertility, as a family member, we all are here, we should give them responsibility and let them try. Again, next is I was challenging is like no support for R&D or development. I know many areas where I was even proposing them, in many founders, like we could do this. Does not mean you put your all the money on us very upfront. We can divide it to 3-4 stages, step by step. We could achieve it with little support from you, because we need to do some investment. We need to do some R&D. We need to do some innovation. But that's also sometimes very challenging to convince in foundry domain. And that was one of my challenge. And they expect most of the time off the shelf, everything off the shelf. But that culture we need to change. We were able to change this with many founders, not with all even today, but with many founders we were able to break that, because now they have one kind of trust level with us, and they know what we are saying is making sense. They can trust us, because when we say something, it will take some time, but we will be able to find the solution, because it needs some R&D as well. So you just expect 1 month and 3 months to deliver. That's way it will not working. So it's another way we came over this challenge over the period of time. Software should have intelligence, so we don't need to apply mind. Sorry, it's still there. In 2009, many times somebody has asked me this question, that if we buy a simulation software, do we need to design gating system? Yes, you need to design gating system. Software is intelligence, but that does not mean that you don't need to apply mind. This was the most question probably I've heard in almost every foundry, and I was amazed to even hear this question, and I was now predicting as well whenever I go next foundry. So what we overcome this way is that we have to give them education as well, that software is a tool. It's not robot. Software is not a robot, it's a tool. So a tool is something to apply. If I buy a spanner, it will not start working in my foundry on its own. It's a tool, I have to apply it somewhere. That's where we have to convince them. It takes time. Customer auditor is not demanding it. Of course, it's not demanding. Why would I go for it? Nobody's asking for it. It's for you. So why customer is asking for it? He does not need to. So this is where a challenge is. What I'm highlighting here is this may kind of questions or challenges you may be facing even today or in future, but don't give up on that. Rather find out the way to work in their mindset and then try to convince how to change their mindset. It will not happen overnight. You may need to visit few times, call many times, and give you demo many times as well. That could also happen, but still don't give up on that. Software can produce money. Yes, software can produce money. It's not a machine, it cannot produce, but software could save money, what you are producing somewhere. That's where we were been having challenge and discussion many a times with many company. Our size of company can't invest in software, can afford in Merck and BMW. I have seen, when I go to some company, when I was in early years, I can see outside big cars like Merck and BMW. I said, yeah, it's good, company has budget and probably they will be investing. Our side of company has no software budget. And I was amazed when I was going like outside, then, okay, the budget available for car, but not budget for software, which can help them team of 100 people. Again, it's individual choice. Nobody can change it. But this were the challenges. It took time. Of course, you cannot argue with them that whether you have BMW, why you are not investing. But when we have this, really that level, I have this discussion as well, like with the very, very good friend of mine, and say, look, you are investing to BMW. You can invest in software as well. So better next time when you are buying BMW, let me know. Probably I will come earlier. But it happens. Once you have friend relationship, everything is possible. This was all journey. And then there was another journey that has led to the coronavirus. You, me, everybody's there. But I took it as a challenge. Recession, I took it as a challenge. I conquer it, and I'm surviving over 10 years, and I have no plan to give it that up. In our company, in our size of company, we have no job cutting, we have no salary removed for any of our employees. So the point is, you stick to your plan, you stick to your strategy, you stick to your learning curve. If that is possible, everything is possible. Why I'm highlighting coronavirus here? The year 2009 in recession gave me a new challenge, which I was not planning, and I defeated. The same history has repeated for me in 2020. What I was not expecting has also happened in 2020, and I will also conquer this challenge upfront, and I will fight it over. So just like me, many of you here is also going through probably same phase, but don't give up. We will face it and we will conquer it, because we are a fighter. foundry man is, I would say, by born fighter, because every day we are doing somewhere firefighting as well. So we are born fighter, and we will not give it this anyway up, and we will fought it and we will won it. And again, if somebody is a new, okay, they don't need to look up new quotes and new inspiration. Just take same thing what Richard said for recession, replace it with COVID-19. You can add up your name, and you could also become famous. Probably after 10 years, somebody will use your slide with your name. Everything fits well. So if you ask me, COVID, I am right now exploring new business area in this time myself. Okay. And we have been even in the trial successful as well. So again, in these times of COVID-19, there are massive opportunities and fortunes to be made. So for new up and coming entrepreneurs, this is the time to go and start a business. I am not replacing my name with Bhushan. I will let it as Richard, but this is as good as 100% true what is was true for recession. And we will overcome this journey. We will overcome this challenge, and my continue is going to continue this journey, and there is no DN in my journey, and I so believe it for all of you here. And I wish you all the best to next Ruma as well, Rudra, and I'm handing over to the Sandeep ji back. For I will be also available for any questions. It's not a technical session, but it's also a journey, so there are also technicalities in this journey as well. I will be open to answer all your questions as well. Thank you very much for giving your time and presence on your nice Sunday. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bhushanji. Thank you very much. Now I request Rudramaya Chatterjee to present his speech.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you can share the screen.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah, you go to slide mode. It's okay. Fine.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you, Dynamic Foundry Group, for giving me this opportunity. Myself, Rudramaya Chatterjee, son of late Kalisankar Chatterjee from Howrah, West Bengal. I was born on 14 February 1982. Presently, I am working in Yasi Foundry Tool as a plant head, Howrah. Now, I am selected here for talking about my journey. So my journey has divided in two parts. One is down, second one is up. If I go through on my life, that in 2001 I ranked 9,000 plus in joint entrance examination. After getting this opportunity, my father admitted me in Techno India, Kolkata, in information technology. From here you can see my educational journey start with software industry, but now I am in a foundry group. All the things was going right, but in the year of 2002, my father died. The dark phase of my life has been started. Education stopped due to the financial issue. At that time, I started job as a data entry operator. And later that, in morning and the evening, and I started part-time tuition only to intention to earn money. At that time, no one has been, or I was only the earning member in my family. In 2003, after the 8 months of job, I started my new business, new printing business with purchasing one offset machine. It is continuing 2 years, but still there is something in my mind that is engineering, something in my mind that engineering troubling me. In 2006, once again, I have started diploma in mechanical engineering from ICB Polytechnic in West Bengal. It is situated in Jhargram. After that, my graph is in upside. In 2009, I have completed my diploma. After completion, I have joined GS Engineering Private Limited as a floor supervisor. Basically, this is a bridge manufacturing company, and we are work for PWD drawing and make 14 bridges in Eastern India. After joining the GS Engineering, within 2 months, my senior left the job, and it's my good luck that I have the full access of the whole unit. Whole the drawing is in my hand. So after completing 2009, and after 2 months, I have working with the full 100% drawing of a bridge manufacturing company. In this company, I worked 3 years and 9 months. after 3 years and 6 months, I felt that there's something new to learn. So I have to change. I have to change for myself. In 2003, I joined my present company where I work right now, ESC Foundry Tool. Basically, it's a molding equipment or the foundry equipment manufacturing company. We make the mold boxes, pellet cards, match plate, accessories, ladders, all the things over here. But my mind is something. I am little bit ambitious, something extra in my mind. I thought what I am thinking that is not reached with my diploma degree. So I have started my BTech Mechanical Engineering degree, BTech Mechanical from distance, from Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute in Chennai. In 2014, I made a ladies beauty parlor for my wife in local market. To making of this, what is inside my mind? Because I work in a private sector, there is nothing. I didn't believe that the private sector have a good future for me, or any day anything can be happen. So I need a parallel base and start a beauty parlor and give her a chance to create his own world. And as the time flows, in 2016, I completed BTech from Dr. MGR Education and Research Institute in Chennai. Very next year, in 2017, I have started the MTech Mechanical Industrial Engineering from the same college. In 2019, some extra opportunity has came in front of me as a travel business with purchasing 2 cabs. And I purchased 2 cabs, and my brother has taken care of this. So in this travel business, I didn't look after anything. Just I have invested and it is running and it is earning money for me. Now still I am working as a plant head, as a important role nucleus of the company at my current company, ESC Foundry Tool. Now journey in foundry. Basically my professional journey divided in 2 parts. First is I have already worked with 2 companies. One is GS Engineering, second one is this. So first company is a totally non-foundry company. Last company and the running company, ESC Foundry Tools, what I work in last 7.5 years, it is a foundry related company, and I work here 7.5 years. So when I joined this company, foundry is totally new. So at that time, I was nothing new about the foundry. Just know that foundry is a melting section, melting. From melting to here, we have to put the SG iron, cast iron. As well as what I have read in the book only, there is no physical experience about the foundry at that time. But due to this journey, we have made some extraordinary job. We make the double wall SG iron molding boxes with the collaboration of Rhino and the ESC Foundry Tools. In this section, starting from the designing, drawing, molding process, pattern with multiple code, high precision milling, high precision drilling, with extra clamping features, all have been passed through my hand. Really, it's a great achievement for me that I have a part of this success. We made that double wall SG iron molding boxes first time in India. We are also regular in cast iron and mild steel molding boxes for the Joule squeeze and high pressure molding boxes. We have already supplied 150 plus projects in India and overseas. We are regular manufacturer of the pellet card for Joule squeeze and high pressure molding machine. Also in the flash press line like Disamatch and Disaflex also. In molding accessories, we also provided that with the specific tolerance, specific material, and we are, due to the multiple R&D, now we are very much strong in the molding accessories. Life of the molding accessories, which kind of push will last strong, which kind of pin will last strong, and how tolerance which tolerance the molding defect will be lesser. We also started the manufacturing of the ladders. So that is the journey with my foundry. Now what next? What next in my life? Due to my ambitions and what I just work in last 7.5 years, during these days, I have visited 30 foundries across the India. And during that visit, somewhere I feel that the hot metal handling system is not good. somewhere the sand handling system is not good. Distance between the pouring line and the cooling line is not sufficient. In everywhere, the provision of the single side pouring and the double side pouring is not available. In some cases, the double side pouring is required in a plant. Then what should we they do? Because there is no provision of the double side pouring option. So in my mind, there is two things. One is to designing a foundry. Second is to run a foundry. Designing a foundry is most important factor. If we design a foundry in proper way, at that time, the run of a foundry will be much easier. So I always consider designing of the foundry is a most important part, and my future target is to design the foundry with 100% whatever the GK I have got it with that precision. So I have take myself on 5 or 6 years. After 5 or 6 years, I will design a foundry with proper significant challenges. Now that was my life, and that is my active expectation. What I have learned from life in my life. Here is so many juniors. This is specifically for them. सपोज आप लोग में जो भी हो, जैसे भी हो, आप लोग कहीं भी काम करते हैं और उस हिसाब से आपका सैलरी नहीं होता है, या फिर आफ्टर पासिंग दैट कि आप उस हिसाब से आप जॉब नहीं पाते हैं. वट एवर द सब्जेक्ट शुड बी, आप नेवर गिव अप. आप कभी भी गिव अप मत कीजिए. लाइफ में बहुत अप डाउन आएगा. मान चलिए लाइफ में अप डाउन आएगा ही, डाउन सिचुएशन के लिए तैयार रहिए. नेवर गिव अप. अगर my life has been in downside at the age of 19. At the age of 38, I am standing up somewhere. But somewhere, किसी का लाइफ में 30 साल में आ सकता है, किसी का 35, किसी का 40, 50. Whatever the subject, whenever the difficulty has come, never give up. Love your job. This is the main part. This is the missing in this sector I have found. जो कोई भी लास्ट में अभी मैं रिपीट कर रहा हूँ कि मैं लास्ट 7 साल में 30 फाउंड्री में विजिट किया हूँ. ये जो मैं विजिट किया हूँ, वहाँ पे जब भी जाता हूँ, आई एम नॉट गेट अपॉर्चुनिटी टू डिस्कस विद द सीनियर लेवल पीपल. आई ऑलवेज डिस्कस विद द जूनियर लेवल पीपल. यहाँ पे जाके मैं सबके साथ जब भी बात करता हूँ, एवरीवन सेज कि यहाँ पे ये सही नहीं है, इस फाउंड्री में वो सही नहीं है, उस फाउंड्री में वो प्रॉब्लम है. डोंट थिंक इन दैट वे. डोंट रेज हैंड टू अदर्स. आप अगर कुछ करना चाहते हैं तो अपने आप को इंप्रूव कीजिए. व्हाट आई कैन डू फॉर इट. मुझे क्या करना है. डोंट रेज हैंड. कुछ कर सकते हैं तो करिए. लव योर जॉब. आप जॉब को जब प्यार करने लगेंगे तो जॉब आपको रिवर्सली प्यार करने लगेगा. लुक लाइक आई एम गिविंग माय एग्जांपल. मैं एसी फाउंड्री टूल्स में करंट कंपनी में जब ज्वाइन किया था, मेरा पहला चार्ज हुआ था कि मशीन शॉप को कंट्रोलिंग. आप जानते नहीं है, टुडे द मशीन टॉक्स विद मी. इफ समथिंग आज अगर मशीन शॉप में मैं पहुंचता हूँ, उसका मशीन का साउंड सुन के मुझे पता चल जाता है वो कहाँ पे डिस्टर्ब है, क्यों हो रहा है, क्यों ये साउंड. यस, दिस साउंड इज ओके. Hearing the sound, I can determine that this machine is running in a good condition. So आप अगर जॉब को प्यार करेंगे, जॉब ऑटोमेटिकली आपको प्यार करेंगे. सो आप अपनी जॉब को प्यार कीजिए, इसका आउटपुट आपको मिलेगा. Nobody has taken care of it. Now मुझे जो लाइफ में मैं और एक चीज सीखा, दैट इज इंक्रीज योर नेटवर्क. नेटवर्क को इंक्रीज करना भी एक पार्ट है. अगर लाइफ आप सक्सेसफुली लीड करना चाहते हैं तो आपको नेटवर्क को इंक्रीज करना ही है. जस्ट लाइक मैं अपने लाइफ को ही बोल सकता हूँ. टुडे एट द एज ऑफ 13 व्हेन आई वाज इन डाउन, वहां से स्टार्ट करके आज की डेट में मेरा एक तो पैरेलल प्रिंटिंग बिजनेस है, वो भी एक तो नेटवर्क के थ्रू से. वहां पे ज्यादा टाइम मुझे देना नहीं पड़ता है. मेरा एक तो ट्रैवल बिजनेस है, वहाँ भी एक तो पैरेलल नेटवर्क पे मुझे वहाँ पे टाइम देना नहीं पड़ता है. मेरा एक तो ब्यूटी पार्लर है, दैट इज टोटली प्योर माय वाइफ, सो आई डोंट हैव टू गिव द टाइम. सो कुल मिला के I earned from that, but I didn't put effort on there. So आप नेटवर्क जब बढ़ाएंगे, आपका लाइफ में सुधार आएगा ही आएगा. Be active and more active. यहाँ पे एक तो सब्जेक्ट है, everyone talking about the be active. I also subject about it, क्योंकि ये प्राइवेट सेक्टर है. आप अगर एक्टिव नहीं काम करेंगे, कहीं पे कोई कंपनी आपको नहीं रखेंगे. That is normal. And don't think about the company. If it's your company, अगर आप अगर एक्टिव नहीं रहेंगे, ये कंपनी नहीं चलेगा. आपको अगर एक्टिव रहना ही है. Why the more active subject word? That is my word. आप जो भी करेंगे, more active for you. I am talking about the all employees over here. जो काम करते, activeness for the sustainability at your company. आप कंपनी में रहने के लिए एक्टिवनेस चाहिए. More active for you. जैसे कि मैं बोलता हूँ, मैं 30 कंपनी में विजिट किया हूँ. मैं 30 कंपनी में क्यों विजिट किया था? Either that the molding inspection subject, either molding defect subject, mold defect subject, either the marketing of a new mold box, whatever the subject, all should be related to mold box. लेकिन मैं जाके क्या करता था? मेरा जो मोल्ड बॉक्स सब्जेक्ट था, मोल्ड बॉक्स सब्जेक्ट के बाद आई गेट द 30 मिनट्स और 40 मिनट्स टू रन टू सी द फाउंड्री, बिकॉज आई गेट द अपॉर्चुनिटी. वो फाउंड्री को मैं देखता हूँ, मशीन कैसा है, मशीन को देखता था. मशीन के देखने के बाद मैं कोडिंग लाइन और कूलिंग लाइन में क्या डिफरेंस है, कितना लेंथ है, व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन दिस टू मशीन, मैं ये सब में ज्यादा ध्यान देता था. उसका सैंड हैंडलिंग सिस्टम क्या था, मोल्ड हैंडलिंग सिस्टम क्या था, हॉट मेटल जो ट्रेवल कर रहा है वो सही है, इसको क्या कर सकते हैं. आई एम जस्ट टेकिंग ऑन दैट. इट इज नॉट सब्जेक्ट टू 1 or 2 days. मैं इतना साल से, लास्ट 7 years से देखते 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 आज आया. आज मैं किसी फाउंड्री जाता हूँ, कुछ ना कुछ डिसीजन ले पाता हूँ या फिर सोच सकता हूँ. तो मोर एक्टिव फॉर योरसेल्फ. आपको खुद को जानने के लिए आपको एक्टिव रहना ही पड़ेगा. ऑलवेज थिंक फॉर अल्टरनेट इनकम. यस, हम लोग सब भी जो भी आए हैं, जो भी काम कर रहे हैं, जैसे भी है, all are related to the income. After the finance is everything. So always think of an alternate income. Find your ikigai. Ask your ikigai. In which section you are strong. आप जिस सेक्शन में स्ट्रॉन्ग हो, उस सेक्शन में आपको इनका अल्टरनेट इनकम के बढ़ाना चाहता है. सपोज लुक लाइक इन माय कांसेप्ट, जो मैं बोलना चाहता हूँ, मेरा लाइफ में मैं इंजीनियरिंग में स्ट्रॉन्ग हूँ, मैं इंजीनियरिंग किया हूँ. सो इंजीनियरिंग इज माय प्राइमरी. फॉर द सेकेंडरी, I don't need to choose the engineering, something which is not engineering, but something जहाँ पे मैं अच्छा हूँ. जो मेरा अपॉर्चुनिटी है, मैं ट्रैवल बिजनेस में मैं इन्वेस्ट किया. अपॉर्चुनिटी है मेरा प्रिंटिंग में, वो प्रिंटिंग में मैं बहुत स्ट्रांग हूँ, वहां पे मैं इन्वेस्ट किया. लुक लाइक दैट. क्योंकि प्लान बी इन इनकम इज ऑलवेज रिक्वायर्ड. What I am trying to say, that is income in plan B is always important. Suppose plan A is failed, किसी भी कारण से मेरा जो सर्विस है, किसी भी कारण से ये खराब हो जाए, तो क्या है, वो प्लान बी मुझे सस्टेनेबल रखेगा. दिस इज योर प्लानिंग, और कुछ नहीं है. लास्ट, द लर्न एंड मोर लर्न. ये मेरा मानना है. मैं पढ़ने में बहुत प्यार करता हूँ, पढ़ता हूँ, और सो ये सब में मैं एक चीज मानता हूँ कि आप जितना पढ़ेंगे वो आपको रिटर्न देगा. पढ़ना मतलब ये नहीं कि एजुकेशनल क्वालिफिकेशन. इफ यू आर वर्किंग इन सम सेक्टर, उस सब्जेक्ट में पढ़िए. आप अगर वीएमसी में काम करें तो वीएमसी, व्हाट इज द वीएमसी, व्हाई द प्रोग्राम, व्हाई द 2 डिग्री ड्राफ्ट, 1 डिग्री ड्राफ्ट, क्यों, तो कौन सा टूल से क्या करें, एक दिन का बात नहीं है. आप उस सब्जेक्ट में पढ़िए. इफ यू लर्न मोर, देन यू विल बी सक्सेसफुल. आप अगर लर्न करते हैं, वो आपको रिटर्न देगा ही देगा. दैट इज सो. किसी भी सब्जेक्ट को सॉल्व करने के लिए मेरे हिसाब से लर्न करना बहुत जरूरी है. Now that is my life, that is goes way. So I want to give the special thanks throughout my life is to my mother, Madam Anima Chatterjee. उन्होंने मुझे सिखाया how to fight with the world, how to swim across the wave. कोई भी डिफिकल्ट सिचुएशन में अगर कोई आदमी आता है, तो उस सिचुएशन को कैसे रिकवर किया जाता है, द इंस्पिरेशन, वो मेरा मम्मी ने मुझे सिखाया. सो स्पेशल थैंक्स टू माय मदर एंड स्पेशल थैंक्स टू ऑल माय कोलीग्स एंड सीनियर्स. Specifically in this case, I want to give special thanks to Pradeep sir, Mr. Pradeep Madhugodia sir, my MD, Manish sir, Sapanda, my senior, and all my colleagues, Deepak sir, my past director of Mr. GS Engineering. So I want to all give the special thanks to all my seniors, and thank you Sandeep ji, last of all, to giving me this opportunity. Thank you, thanks a lot, and thanks for listening for me.
Thank you, Rudra. Thank you very much. It was nice journey and nice to listen you on this topic. Now I welcome Ruma Kinarivan Rao for her speech. Rudra, I think you have to remove your share screening. Shares.
I think I have stopped.
You have to remove screen sharing.
I think I have removed already.
There will be a
Mm.
red line will be there.
Yeah, I am not able to open the screen.
Yeah, that's nice.
Is it okay?
Yes. Yes, Roma, it is visible now. You can just go to slide mode and start.
Okay.
Sure.
Just got hanged. So sorry. Just. Welcome all fellow foundrymen, my friends and family. First of all, at the outset, I would like to thank Sandeep Kulkarni ji for giving me an opportunity to speak, express my views about my journey of foundry. Just a brief introduction about myself. I, Miss Ruma Kinariwala Rao. I am the second generation foundry person who is part of the family business. Since childhood, I have always visited foundry. I have the experience of smell of sand, resins, and other chemicals. I have never dreamt that I'll be in the foundry industry, but here the destiny comes. As for my educational qualification begins, I am a BCom graduate. I've done my master's in business administration from finance, and today I'm from a non-technical background. I'm in the technical background. More introduction about myself. Like I am the vice chairman of the Indian Institute of Foundrymen 2019-20. I am also the course coordinator of Thakur College of Engineering, Mumbai. Just a brief about my company, Palm Alloy Steels, as I'm one of the director of Palm Alloy Steels. My company, we manufacture carbon steel, stainless steel, and alloy steel castings. And we manufacture and we supply all kinds of high-grade steel castings, and we supply to the conglomerate industry. My first challenge when I talk about the business, when I entered the business, family-run business, my first challenge was entering from a non-technical background to a technical background, being a finance graduate and learning about engineering. For that, I would like to give a brief example about Azim Premji, who is now the CEO of Wipro, the IT company. His educational qualification, he was an electrical engineer, and his family-run business was into Vanaspati oil and sunflower oil manufacturing. But it was because of his courage and his perseverance that he joined Wipro, and he made Wipro one of the top most IT companies. And other thing everybody knows, today Wipro is considered to be under the top 10 IT companies. So it's not only because of his educational qualification, but it was because of his 3 Ds, which is very much important for everyone. That is dedication, devotion, and determination. Through his dedication, determination, and devotion, he could pursue and he could make what he is right now. My second most challenge, when I entered the foundry and when I entered from a corporate world to a family-run business, this was the situation where in the corporate world, you have a white-collar job, you have a glass cubicle, you have a glass office. But when we enter the foundry or when we enter into the business, You are from P to P. What I exactly mentioned, it's tuned to partner, where you not only need to prepare a tea, but you need to manage things. You need to manage, you need to become an administration, you need to become an HR, you need to become a marketing head, you need to become a production, you need to become a quality, of course, the payment recovery and the customer meeting. So that's the initial stage. Initial stage in Foundry as being a fresher, or I can see being a nascent in the industry. So everybody will take it with you very lightly कि नहीं अभी बच्ची है, अभी तो वो सीख रही है. Whatever the views you have, people won't pay so much attention to you. But you should never lose hope. It's your courage. And also, I had a good backup from my father, who always used to motivate me. So you should always have somebody who can motivate you. So because of that, today, from like in a 10 years background, from non-technical background, I have reached as a marketing head. So right now, I'm handling the marketing of the company. So when we talk about the production, when we talk about the technology, when we talk about the product, but everything is there in mind. Whom we need to sell. If there is no customer, whom we should sell. So that is the main crux of marketing. So always in marketing, you need to keep in mind the 3 points. That's branding. Branding is your voice. It's your company. Your product is only a souvenir. It's only a catalog. But your branding is your company, your voice, your presence, material costing. That is always to keep an eye on it. As we are in Mumbai, we have so many shortcomings, like the power ke rates बढ़ गए हैं, labor के rates बढ़ गए हैं, raw materials नहीं मिल रहे हैं. But through that, we need to work on it, and we need to always keep an eye on it. Last but not the least is the customer satisfaction. Customer satisfaction will lead to you in good business, happy business. If your customer is satisfied, your half battle is already won. From this example, what we can see a cricketer, he's hitting a ball, but he's not hitting one ball. There are multiple balls. So this is your ball is your customer. So you need to make every customer is different. Every customer's need is different. So you just need to face it tactfully, and you need to handle it. So different customer always have different needs. So consider every customer important. Consider every customer as a king, and then you can work on it tactfully. As per my example, as per my experience in marketing, I had a lot of challenge. The first challenge was being a female in a male-dominant industry. But we always, like initially, it was like when I used to visit the companies, always there is always a thing in mind. अरे लड़की है, ये कहाँ से आ गई? वैसे हमेशा दिमाग में रहता है. लेकिन the change, but now everything has been changed. So here I am as a marketing head, but as a female also. So as I mentioned, like when we talk about, that's my second challenge. Everybody knows about the old ad Nokia. What Nokia says, what its punchline that was connecting people. That is the main thing in marketing. You need to connect with your customers. As I mentioned, there are many customers, there are many balls, but a cricketer needs to hit multiple balls, different balls. Similarly, different customers are there. We need to connect with them. We need to speak to them. I have a very nice example. We use, in my tenure, I had pitched one company. 6 years, I was just pitching to company. I was just talking to him. From the management changed. The second management had come, third management had come, but they had not given us orders. But after the 6th year, and the concerned person told, okay, madam, आप इतना call कर रहे हैं, इतना follow up कर रहे हैं, so let me just give me a trial order. And now they have become our best customer. So I would like to say, just a brief about it, like basically you don't get demotivated. कि चलो आज ये फोन नहीं उठाया तो ठीक है, आप 3 दिन के बाद फोन कीजिए, आप 4 दिन के बाद फोन कीजिए, महीने के बाद फोन कीजिए, but you connect with them. They will always remember you. They will always have something in their mind कि हाँ ये contact कर रहे हैं, तो they have something in them. So always connect with them. Now, when we talk about management, when you talk about the business, we need to manage everything, which I had already mentioned. What exactly is management? Is management the art of getting things done through others and with formally organized groups? This is a very traditional meaning what Mr. Harold Kuntz has given. But what exactly is management today? At scenario, COVID has taught us. COVID has taught us like the main challenge is the manpower. The main challenge is the payment recovery. We always talk about the total product management, TPM, TPM, but the TPM, the timely payment recovery, the order book position. You connect with your customers. You need to get the orders. And the most important thing, you need to manage your people, your labor to sustain and survive in the business. So I would like to say that I have experienced both in the corporate world as well as in the business. For me, the main thing is like, as an employee, I just get my monthly salary. I'm satisfied. I just need to maintain. I just need to meet my targets. But end of the month, I get my salary. But as an employer, I need to look after others. I need to look that to get them the timely payment, get the timely salary to all the employees, and simultaneously to survive and also sustain the business. So this is the time where we should have the courage, we should have the patience, and we should have the things in mind that how we can sustain and how we can survive the business. So for me, only one thing I can say to all the young foundrymen or the engineers, that you should always take foundry as a pinch of salt. The foundry operation are to be treated as a marathon instead of short sprint. क्योंकि foundry ऐसी चीजें हैं कि आज हमने foundry लगाई और कल हमें success मिल गई, वैसे नहीं रहता. It's slow and steady, you win the race. So that's everything about the foundry. Thank you very much. Thank you for audience. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rumaji. Thank you very much for your nice presentation. And here we completed all 3 presentations. So any questions from the audience, or you can go ahead with the questions. I have a couple of questions. The first question I have for Ruma itself. Rumaji, you are the second generation as you're talking about. So I want to ask you, what are additional expectations that you have, because you are already first generation, have set up some benchmarking in the business. So you have any additional, you can say some pressure of achieving something?
Yeah, it's always there. Like as when talking about marketing. So basically, it's my father family-run business and the father's business. So whatever the customer he had earlier, that was on the traditional side. So I had the main challenge to pitch more customers, more private customers, and more on the corporate side. So that's the biggest challenge which I have faced presently in my entire career.
Okay, thank you. I have one more question to Bhushan. Bhushan, you have been a great example that you have studied in India, then you got an opportunity to go abroad, you have studied at abroad and you not stop at abroad, but come back to India to serve the nation or serve the home nation. That is very proudly thing. So, being that, I would just want to ask you a question about the youngster who are just graduated or just passed out the graduation and want to start their business or something of their own. What will be your guidance to them, or what will be your suggestions to them for coming up as a new fresh entrepreneur?
Well, first of all, entrepreneurship, like you are saying, for the youngster, I think there are many startups, incubation center, and I have been also connected with youngs, even just pass out from college, are already doing, many new area they're exploring. As I said, the challenge is always to get some motivation from any industry, whether you are belong to Foundry or XYZ. The biggest challenges in your initial startup stage is somebody give you a chance. In even in that chance, you pass 100% or 50%, but that inspiration and that motivation should come and support this kind of youngsters. So for them, I would only say that, keep trying. If somebody just say no, it's not your cup of tea, don't give up, because you know your strength, you know your capabilities, and you are going to challenge by this kind of statements. You are going to may not get success as well, or by just visiting 5-10 people may not work. So try to build up your network, try to develop something which you can demonstrate, and try to win their confidence. That is the one thing I would suggest, that keep trying. If somebody says it's not cup of your tree, don't give up. You know your strength and just stick to that.
Yes, thank you. I have one question to Rudramai also. Rudramai, you are talking about ownership in your speech.
Yes, sir.
That you got an ownership and you have carried that ownership, and you are traveling that journey. So just I want to understand what is exactly the ownership is about. Is about freedom, is about responsibilities, or is about authorities?
It's about responsibility first, and to get the freedom. And if consider I am the senior, my junior will consider that first time my junior will make a defect. वो गलत करेगा, ये मुझे मानना ही पड़ेगा, वो मान के मुझे कुछ करना पड़ेगा. If अगर मैं उसको सपोर्ट नहीं दूंगा तो वो कैसे होगा? तो मेरा हिसाब से ओनरशिप स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम द सीनियर लेवल, सीनियर मैनेजमेंट लेवल. मेरा जो एमडी है प्रदीप जी मुझे ऊपर ओनरशिप दिया. दैट्स व्हाई मैं वो सक्सेस पाया. आई एम नॉट सक्सेसफुल इन ऑल द केस. इफ आई गो टू दैट माय रेशियो नाउ इट इज 80-20. बट जब मेरा पहला देखेंगे तो पहला में मेरा मैक्सिमम फेल ही था, लेकिन फिर भी उन्होंने मुझे ओनरशिप दिया था, इसलिए मैं उसको कैरी फॉरवर्ड किया था. सो ओनरशिप स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम द सीनियर टेबल और द मैनेजमेंट टेबल. एंड वो ओनरशिप लेना भी चाहिए. जो जूनियर लोग हैं तो उनको वो ओनरशिप लेना भी पड़ेगा, दिखाना पड़ेगा. दिस इज नॉट द वन साइडेड गेम.
So you're saying that it should be a freedom with responsibility and authority together.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. I think one question is there for Bhushan. Bhushan, there is a question for you in chat box, I think. I'm just going through that question.
Can you just repeat the question? I'm not able to find the right one. If you
what is the business in COVID scenario as compared to 10 years in last 100 in last year? So it may be you can answer and Ruma also can be answered.
Well, certainly. See, we all are in same situation. So I think until unless you are not into medical industry or otherwise, we are all in same situation, and it is one type of cycle. It goes up and down. So whenever such situation comes, I would consider as a opportunity where it gives time where I could reflect to myself where I am right now, where I'm going. Is it right direction? Whatever over the past few years or otherwise, we can. I will try to use it as an opportunity where I could show mirror to myself. And it is also one taste for me that, you know, it's not that only good time that I'm able to survive. If you are able to survive in the tough time, that makes you more tougher, that makes you more adaptable to the situation. So this situation what we all are in is same for everyone. I mean, it's complete lockdown, nobody's asking for business. The transportation, the export or shipping lines, in even within domestic, when the consumption is going to down, so of course every cascade effect you can imagine, everybody will be having more or same effect. The question is how we utilize this in a better way to improvise myself, my team, where we don't have right now more of traveling and otherwise. So we set up a next goal for us, you know, to overcome our own whatever is the deficiencies within us and in our team. That's where I would consider this. And yes, it is a challenging time. And in COVID scenario, compared to last recession, if your question is probably, if I'm understand correctly, see, recession has more to do with finance, banks, and then it has its impact on the business. While here it's different aspect where the health, the challenges on the and also the way the fatal and damages has been taken place, the fatal ratio or the deaths has been taken place across the world, is a totally different compared to recession, I would say. But as I said, this will again open a new opportunity, like, you know, whatever coming easily flowing from one country to another country, whether it's a raw material or a requirement or even small thing, you know, like within the state, within the city, what were earlier going or coming from Bangalore or Delhi, that's also now trying to find out so what can be procured or available in local terms, in terms of your help or the system or solution or consultancy or XYZ or even raw material. So this is all the way opportunity as well, where we reduce, because if always going flawlessly for last 10 years and I am very much comfortable with my supplier from Bangalore, I will never find out somebody in Ahmedabad. I never even given try to do that exercise, you know, it's last few years. So that's where it's an opportunity where you could find out what probably locally you could you know, find out a solution which you may not need to require to procure from Bangalore or Delhi or otherwise. It's an opportunity for everyone like that way.
Thank you. There is a question from Vishal, I think. He has raised his hand. Yes, Mr. Vishal. Yes, Vishal. Romaji, I have one more question for you, actually. You are talking about your challenges, and in that challenges, you are mentioned that one of the challenge you have is the female. So in Foundry fraternity, you are not seeing many females are there in the Foundry fraternity. So how you see this as a businessman right now? And what are the challenges in adopting the females? What are the advantages and disadvantages you are looking at?
Thank you, Vishal. First, I will clear one point about the female as a foundryman. So I would just like to say that you just need one backup for that. For me, my father was there as one of the backup, being in a metallurgy, being as a metallurgy and in the business. And plus, you should have in yourself the courage, the dedication, and also you need to be determined for that. Means you need to have patience, because like I have the experience where I used to travel any part of the country, like be it like in UP or South India or some other part, Orissa. But back of the mind you always have कि अकेले जा रहे हैं, कुछ problem तो ना होना चाहिए. You need to be cautious, but simultaneously you need to have that courage. Like whenever I used to speak, I used to be like have any kind of tension on my face, because if like you have some kind of tension, people can take some kind of disadvantage or some other other thing. But overall it was really a smooth experience for me, and people do respect. People still, there are customers who are not in touch, who are not our customers, but still they are in touch with us. So that's the main difference. And at present scenario, the things are really difficult because everywhere, it's not only India, the entire world is suffering. But we need to keep now, like digital marketing is one of the aspects. So we need to explore other opportunities. Now, if we can't visit the factory, but at least we can speak to them through, we can attend the webinars, we can speak to them. Yeah, we can also drop an email. So digital marketing has really worked. So in this pandemic also, I've received few good food. I have pitched new customers, and it was only because of digital marketing. So that's the two things which I would like to say about it.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Any more questions? I'm not seeing any hands raised up. Okay, so we'll conclude here. But before concluding, I would like to share one story to conclude. Its story is very much related to today's participants, basically, and their attitude is been shown in the story itself. It is basically a story. It is not actually a story. It is a experiment done on the shark, and one shark was there, and he was kept in a big box of glass box, and to him every day some small fishes are being put up for his eating. And as we all know, shark is very much like to eat small fishes, so he's just going and eating those fishes. So without knowing him, one day they have put one glass wall in between shark and the fishes, and then next day again those similarly small fishes have been put up in the other side of the glass wall. So shark has again moved to eat the fishes, but this time he is not able to go up because he was struggling with the glass wall. He's tried his best to open up that glass wall or to break that glass wall, but he is not able to go outside other side of the glass wall. So he tried his best, but it doesn't able to break that wall, and then he give up. And then the same thing was happening day and day. People are putting those small fishes other side of the glass wall, and shark has given up, so he's not trying now. He has left the all the possibilities of going outside the glass wall. So one day again that glass wall has been removed without knowing the shark, and next day again fishes has been put up in the that box. This time there is no wall between shark and fishes, but that shark has already a mindset that I cannot able to catch up those fishes, so he has given up, so he's not tried. So this is what is happening with us. We most of the time give up the things because we think that we are not able to achieve our goals, or we're not able to get our we can say our manzil, so we give up them. All these three participants today have not given up in their journey of life, journey of their business, and that is why they got successful. So I again request you, keep trying, do not give up, keep trying your work, do not leave your passion. You don't know at what time that glass wall will get removed and you will go to your goals. So I request you all to do not give up, be trying your hard work and be passionate. Thank you very much. And with this, we conclude our
Sandeep, there is a
webinar.
question. I think Kothari uncle was also raising hand for question.
Okay, yeah. Pradeep is there, one more.
And
Okay.
one more from Rohil, and Pradeep ji is also asking question.
I'm
if
not
you have
seeing there
time and
actually
to accommodate that.
raised hand actually from them.
I think Mr. R.C.
Yeah.
Kothari was also asking.
Yeah, I will unmute him. First, Pradeep ji.
Yeah. Good evening all.
Good evening.
Great presentation. We are into all the three young, I would say, budding entrepreneurs. I would say Bhushan wouldn't be in that young budding one. He's already experienced now. And Rudra, I can see I was really awed by the presentation he made. And Ruma, really, you would inspire a lot of people. And Manish Kothari is there, and he keeps on saying, "Why Indian Institute of Foundry Men? Why shouldn't it be Indian Institute of Foundry Women also?" So you would be inspiring a lot of people. I had a small query for Bhushan, though we both come from a similar thought, similar learning from Empretech. Since he's now been an older person who joined Empretech, My question to him is like you mentioned about Empretech learnings. How has Empretech changed your ways of doing business? What message would you give to aspiring entrepreneurs in relation to Empretech learnings? Like probably Ruma, Rudro, and some other people who are youngsters may take a leaf out of your experience. Out of it. Thank you.
Yes, thanks, Pradeep ji. Well, I have mentioned this point in my slide as well, and the reason being is that I mean, Empretech, what changed me, is not like you are doing some motivational course or not some entrepreneur skill. What it allows you to is you work upon your a Johari window, how to open your Johari window, how to find out your ikigai. These are methodologies, and these are all the methods that probably you can have heard this name, but to go in the right direction, there is a systematic way required to open up your own mindset, to open up your own behavior as an entrepreneur. And somebody always needs to check in front of mirror that my behavior as an entrepreneur is in right direction or not. So what Empretech helped me is to check and balance my behavior at every move I made and every thought and every strategy I made. So that's where I got immense help through that. And of course, I got in that circle help from all the Empretechers, because who are already in that journey, sharing their thoughts, helping when we are not in right way. They are checking, whether it's the right strategy, whether you are thinking is the right logic, and so on and so forth. So that's where it has placed an immense role, because there is a network building up of entrepreneurs who are exchanging the ideas of entrepreneur behaviors. Not like any different, like you do a 2-day course and you will be able to learn it. But it's a long-term journey to improvise myself as an entrepreneur by learning from other entrepreneurs. That's where I got immense learning from Empretech group, and got immense help from Manish Bhai, Pradeep ji, Arnab, and so many other in that groups is always helping us to check and balance this Empretech behavior. So that's why I mentioned that one. Yeah, I recommend this for all youngsters as well. If you are willing, please, you can contact any of us. Probably you will also get benefit from that. Yes, Mr. Kothari ji, please.
Thank you.
Hey, come in, sir.
Kothari san, Kokate uncle, please go ahead.
Can I come in? I'll take a couple of minutes.
No problem, sir. You are the youngest person in this.
First of all, very many thanks to you for giving opportunity to these 3 youngsters to explain their journey. All 3 have a different way of journey, but they have a common goal, that is commitment and growth. And I have known I have met all the 3 personally, and I can give a lot of, I can understand a lot of what they explained. But I have a few, very many points to contribute for their benefit, which I have made copious notes. I think you people must have observed that I have a book and pen, and I have noted all the points which 3 people have made, and I made counter comments. And I will make a mail tonight or by tomorrow morning giving comments. I hope that those for the benefit of all. And I can relate my journey with some of these people, and a very similar and good approach these people have got. For example, what Bhushan said, that opportunity to youngsters, that is, people are not prepared to take a risk. At the age of 27, my boss was BCom, and he gave me a project in 1964-65, 2 crores value at that time. I was the project head. I asked him, Mr. Gola, how did you take this risk with me? He said that risk can be taken with youngsters only, because if you go to the people who have a lot of experience, they will talk of failures, that I did this, it did not work, I did this, did not work. Whereas a young man, when he starts a journey, he has no experience, he has no fear. For example, a small boy, if a snake is passing, he'll try to catch it. So, but then what he did is, he put 2 seniors as advisors to me, but executive powers were in my hand. And that is what our entrepreneurs have to understand, that we have to give opportunity to these people, and they will definitely perform far, far better than what we think they can do. The entrepreneurs have to be transparent to them, Entrepreneurs have to give responsibility to them, and entrepreneurs have to know that failure is an investment, failure is not a loss. And then the young foundry people can grow. I have many points for all the three, which I will, because I know Rudra, I know Bhushan, I met Roma one time in Baroda with your father. I'm sure you remember that in Mangam office. And I've seen how you came to purchase the castings and all. And I'm very happy that you people have enjoyed your journey and you have shared your journey. But there are few points which I would like to contribute and compliment all of you for this journey, which you have nicely narrated and you can do still better. Rudra is a very difficult way you pass through socially with the loss of father, no money and everything. And it is a zeal and commitment that he has to do something. And that is what the journey is all about. It is not knowledge. It is you would have a fire in your stomach that you want to be something, and that is what makes you go. If you don't have a fire in your stomach, you can never go. I will, Sandeep, I will make a comment on all these three people and send it to you. You can circulate in the group. Give me, maybe by tomorrow I will do it, or maybe even tomorrow morning.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
I really enjoyed, and I must say that is the first time that I have goaded by Bhushan, goaded by Pradeep. He has been after my blood. That uncle, aapko to participate karna hi chahiye. So this is the first time I have participated. It is my daughter-in-law's. I asked her to set up. I could not set up, so I am not able to put earphone and all. So you will not see my name as Kokila Kothari. I am her father-in-law. So I really enjoyed, and you people have put your heart to give honest journey of yours. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, uncle, for joining this. This is really special for us.
Yes. Because such a young person joining, not this webinar. I have seen him in many webinars. He's joining in our webinars and enjoying it and giving the comments. So that is what I am saying. Never give up. Always learning. Keep on learning. So very great personality and get inspiration to all of us. Thank you, sir. Mr. Chaudhary.
Hello, namaskar to all of you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you.
I am totally a different person in this particular community. I just would like to introduce myself first of all. I am from basically teaching background. I am a professor and head mechanical engineering department in Navi Mumbai. Sir, I got the information about this particular webinar through my one of the friends, because he know that I had worked into metal casting and my area was specially about the aluminum casting and aluminum alloy. That was my topic for my research. I did my PhD into the same topic. Well, what Mr. Bhushan has said, we have tried to incorporate many codes, everything we have done. But sir, you all are great stalwarts working in the field of metal casting. But when I looked at my own student and tried to motivate them, I really find it very tough. Nowadays, whenever I see the training and placement department, TPO, whenever they are trying to bring the company, the student look about the software companies. But when I try to tell them that look at the India about the metal casting, we are the country who got this technology from Mohenjo-daro and Harappa, that dynasty. We are the one who has actually developed this particular tools and technology. China is way ahead than us, somewhere US and then India, some or the other way. You people are very well aware about the statistics, I should not say, but there are so many challenges. What I have seen, that once you pour the liquid metal into cavity, the process becomes highly complex. You do not know what is happening. And finally, we wait very happily to see the solidified product. But nevertheless, the kind of mechanics and the dynamics involved in the entire process is so much and so much. And I really felt, sir, I had presented my 2-3 studies into last 2-3 Indian Foundry Congress, at one of that at Ahmedabad also, where I had highlighted more on the losses what the Indian foundry is actually facing because of the trial productions. Many of the foundry members still continue to work with the trial production and by going with the conventional approach. What Mr. Bhushanji said, that we need to see to it that if you can mimic the entire process and can simulate the entire casting and can ensure that I will not pour a single drop of liquid metal unless until I am not doubly sure. What is it I mean to say is that my first casting itself is a okay and sound casting. I did not have to waste my time, energy and money in all these particular parts. Well, this is not all in all, just I would like to say about what I have studied. But sir, I have a very humble request to all stalwarts like you. When I looked at university also, most of them earlier we used to have a dedicated metal casting as a chapter. Now that has been again reducing over the year and year and year. So if that happens, you are going to get a raw material from the fresh engineers. A fresh blood is always a blood which will actually provide the sustainability of anything and everything. Had it been you talk in terms of business, money, or had it been in terms of production, had it been in terms of bringing some novelness or research. But if the youngster is not been attracted, how well we can expect, attracted in the sense, sir, if it could be possible that you could share some of your problems, we can pursue those problems through our students. We have a great strength. We do not expect any monetary benefits from you, but whatever the kind of technical supports or something, what can be given by you, so that there should be a good amalgamation between the industry and the institute. Sir, I have seen in Indian scenario, what happened, the industry feel that their track is, say the east side, and the academic track is on the west side. Unless and until, if you look at now, Bhushanji has said that he pursued his studies abroad and all, unless and until the industry and academy doesn't come together, they do not shake hands, we are probably not going to hit with what kind of bottleneckings we are facing. Well, I'm not taking more time. Already, I was desperately waiting to share with you my humble request to all of you, saying that if possible, I would like to be the part with you by which we can get indulged more and more students with this particular event and activity, by which the future young budding engineers should always feel motivated about these particular segments. Whenever I try to offer a project to the students after visiting 2 or 3 times into any sand foundry, they started, thinking how much dust they are inhaling, how much gases is going into their, body without they have been actually noticed. But when I was doing my own research, I spent entirely 6 months in Kolhapur and tried to understand everything about the porosity. I tried to develop a kind of mechanism by which when you pour the liquid metal inside the cavity, what amount of forces are getting developed. And when we yield or we talk about many things that the cracking is happening or something is happening, so can we actually deal with the change of phase phenomenon, that is from liquid to the solid, and the transition is always very danger to capture mathematically and develop a code. That's what really I have gone through a rigorous work. But how can we attract these young engineers? So probably, if suppose it makes a sense to all of you from your business point of view, from your organization point of view, wherever whatever the work you're doing, so I wish to really take up the activity with all of you. So thank you very much for listening to me once again and giving me an opportunity. I thanks to Mr. Sandeep ji also. This was the first time I had interacted with a community of my interest. Why? Because this was my topic of my research of my PhD. Spent a lot of work, spent a lot of time, did a lot of work, and then finally I could see, yeah, it's really not as simple as that. You pour a metal and then you get a casting. There is a lot of mechanics happen and no one bothers about the amount of physics, what actually takes place. So this is just from my side. Thanks to all of you. Anyway, there was wonderful talk by Mr. Bhushan, by Ruma, by Rudraji. Your journey and your involvement and the contribution with this particular foundry segment was really noticeable. I also learned a lot from you when your presentation was going on. I declare right now here, without your permission, I have taken some few screenshot also to showcase to students also. So I declare that I have taken something because Kothari Sahab, one of the senior person in this particular forum, as he said that he's noting it down each and every points. That is what is the approach. That is what is required, that we have to have some kind of a outcomes from each and every events. Let's say thank you very much to all of you. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
I would like to say something about your request, on your request. Basically,
Sure,
first of all, you have taken some photographs. There is no issue in that. In fact, we are uploading this video on YouTube. I will share you
Okay.
the link as well, so you can share it with your students.
Yeah,
So they
objective
can
is
go
that
through
only,
that.
sir.
Yeah. Secondly, exactly what you are saying, this is a basic problem in foundry industry, that is the education industries and the basic industries. There is no bridge in between. So
Yes,
that
sir.
is a real problem, and that is why we are failing down a lot. So we are trying our best in Kolhapur as well. There are few community colleges, they are coming up with the support of industry, and we are definitely working on that. And I will be in touch with you for what best we can do with these issues. Definitely will
Sure.
going to help you and your students.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I'll be very happy. The entire foundry groups can develop a cohesive kind of, bond with the academics and the industry, where the students will feel, no, I don't want just a software company. I am a core mechanical engineer, and the casting is my first choice. And I must have to do something with the foundry. Thank you very much to all of you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Is any more questions? No. Okay. So thank you very much, everybody, for joining today's webinar. And we conclude here. So good night, everybody.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you
Ruma ji.
very much.
Thank you, Rudra and Bhushan,
Time.
for
Thank you very much.
giving us nice presentation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks to all.